Welcome back to Vintage HLC Show and Tell. Today we're going to look at calendar plates made by Homer Laughlin. We'll start with the earliest ones, which come around 1910. And I have examples from 1909, 1910, and 1911, though you should be able to find examples from 1908 and 1912 as well. But these seem to be the most common years. So they make use of Hudson fruit plates, which are rimless coupe-shaped plates with the Hudson embossing and scalloped edge. And they will be marked with the Hudson back stamp. Let's find a better one. This one. And then there's one example on the table that makes use of Decorated Specialties and Laughlin Art China plaque, which is a little unusual. Most of the time they're going to be the Hudson fruit plates. But here we have a plaque with the Homer Laughlin back stamp. And a lot of these will have store names. We see this one's from Michigan. So they're little souvenir giveaway plates. This one's from Michigan as well. Washington State. This one does not have a city on it or a state. This one has Yost Dorman, which was a major distributor for Homer Laughlin wares during this time period. And these two 1909 plates have the same calendars with the little Christmas holly around each of the months and the same Hudson rose, though this one, because it's larger, has an added gold stamp border. This one comes from 1909, has one of our showgirl decals on it. You will find different decal combinations with these months. This one has Christmas holly on it as well for November and December, but as you go through each pair of months, there's different floral arrangements. May and June have roses, July and August have poppies, September and October have fruits, probably for harvest. This one's 1910, and it's divided into seasons. So there's your winter. This is January, February, March with a sleigh ride scene. There's a boat scene for April, May, and June. Let's see. A harvest scene for July, August, and September, and then a Christmas scene for October, November, and December. And again, this is 1910. And then two from 1911 with gold stamp border, cluster of months, and the sunrise. Not terribly uncommon, the early calendar plates. The second group's not uncommon either. These are from the early 1950s. So we have these gold stamps. And this one, which is on Jubilee in beige and pink. So this is the 8 3/4 inch plate, and this is the 10-inch plate. And this one has the 4 seasons in the center, 1953. This one's also 1953, and it has a little coat of arms in the middle. Both, well, this one has zodiac signs. This one does not. This is also a zodiac plate, but it makes use of sun tone, which is a little unusual. You don't see sun tone with prints or decals or any type of decoration. It's usually just plain. But we do have a 1953 calendar plate in gold. You can also find the same treatment on sky tone, as well as the other two colors of Jubilee. I only have pink and beige out, but you should be able to find the green and the gray as well. Then in 1954, we have Nautilus Ivory. This is dated 1951 in the back stamp, so they just used old stock to create these 1954 plates. Again, a zodiac gold stamp. And we see the gold chain. We see this on a lot of Liberty dinnerware, that particular gold stamp. We also have a Fiesta 10-inch plate. This is 10 3/8 inch actual diameter. 1954 with a zodiac gold stamp border. This is what I call the fire-breathing dragon gold stamp. Because you will also see that gold stamp on Rhythm dinnerware sometimes, particularly for lines made for Cunningham and Pickett. Another creamer here in Rhythm. But that's 54, Fiesta Old Ivory. And then light green and yellow using Fiesta dinner plates. These come from 1955, and these are the Good Luck logos with the clocks as our laurel border. They're both the same gold stamp. So all of these are rather easy to find. So I want to talk a minute about the treatment numbers for some of these, because we have a miscellaneous treatment list here, which these can be kind of fun when you can find these treatment numbers and who they're made for. So let's see. The Nautilus regular ivory thirds says the treatment number is NWC 1954 calendar gold stamp made for Ned W. Cohen. And that's this one right here from 1954. And it lists the Fiesta one as well. RP17 Fiesta Old Ivory Plates, 10-inch thirds calendar made for Ritchie Premium. So this was made as a premium. There was a question posted recently on Facebook about calendar plates, asking if they were personalized. The answer is no. These were never personalized with anybody's names, though they were made for specific customers. And in the case of this old ivory in light green being produced in the 50s, they just used old stock. It's not the case that they took some Fiesta plates and dipped them in old ivory and green specifically for this, because both of these colors would have been discontinued by 54 and 55. Like the Nautilus ivory plates, they're just, using old stock that they had. Another sheet I want to look at comes from May 16th, 1966. And they're making calendar plates for the next year in 1967. And they're selecting 3 different shapes. We have treatment numbers. These are commercially available, so it's COM 106, 109, and 110. 106 uses Victoria, which is a swirl shape. 109 Triumph China, which is the fine china translucent wear. And 110 uses a 10-inch rhythm plate with turquoise rim. So those would be 1967. You're going to find several different years of the 60s with different blanks being used, made by Homer Laughlin. You will also find calendar plates that were decorated by outside companies. But the ones in this video, again, they're the most common. And since I have this out, even though this is not related to calendar plates at all, I thought it might be fun to look over, because we see this PC9, PC10, PC11, and PC12. And it says Rhythm Ivory, and then square ashtrays. It says A Friend in Need, made for Pearl China, Poker Sympathy, made for Pearl China, PC9 decal, which is A Friend in Need, and PC10 decal, which is Poker Sympathy, made for Pearl China. So we're using rhythm and the square ashtrays. And I wanted to show those ashtrays. Here's A Friend in Need on the square ashtray, and here's Poker Sympathy. So it's your dogs playing poker. This one, the bulldog is passing, looks like an ace, spades or clubs. But we see PC11 and PC12 as a square ashtray made for Pearl China. And if we look at the backs, we see the Homer Laughlin underglaze mark and the Pearl China overglaze gold stamp on both of them. So a lot of times you see these Pearl China marks and you jump to the conclusion, well, they were decorated at Pearl China. Not always. Most of the time that's true. But in this case, we have pieces that were made at Homer Laughlin and decorated at Homer Laughlin specifically for Pearl China so they could sell them. We see this before. Let's see, it was in the Wells video with Tulip Time. So it's not uncommon for at least Homer Laughlin to make things for Pearl China. But for the most part, yes, if you find a piece that's marked Pearl China, it is something that they decorated, but not always. And I just wanted to point that out since we were looking at this sheet with all these odd decorations. So that's going to be it for now on calendar plates. Next time we'll look at the coronet shape.